Berry & Sims as our bond counsel, Cumberland Securities as financial advisor. We also do pay the rating agencies fees associated with rating our bonds. Then there's some other miscellaneous costs associated with the transaction as well. The fees paid to Cumberland and Berry & Sims, these are established in terms according with contracts that we have with each of those respective firms. And then in total, $368,000, that's about 75 basis points of the par value of the bonds that were sold, which is pretty much consistent with prior bond transactions that we had. And with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions. One thing I did want to mention, if you go back to January of 2014, we've now refinanced $425 million in outstanding debt since then for a savings of $53 million. So we look for cost savings and all sorts of opportunities in our operations, also on our outstanding debt. So that's $53 million that our customers don't have to pay over the life of bonds.
Mark, could you go back one slide or two slides, please? Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that slide. Yeah. The 6622. That's the total amount we're going to have to pay back. So that's principal and interest on the life of the bond.
Of the new bonds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
And the one above, the number above it is what it's going on?
Under the old,
Yes.
Under the old bond.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Thank you.
And I'd be happy to answer any questions. If not, I do need to make you aware, as Commissioner Worden has in front of him, the final official statement, which is a 770-page document that we are required to make available for the board's inspection or the public's inspection after we sell bonds. And so it is there for your review if you wish.
I have a question on page 25.
Go right
You
ahead.
have it memorized.
It is scintillating reading, I would say. Anyway, I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Great job.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Commissioners, we have one more report that we want to share with you. As we started out the program today, it was about the things that we don't know that might concern us. There's one area that we do quite well in, and we know it's always going to happen, and that's storms. So I want to recognize Roy Green. He's our supervisor in operations. We have storms predicted almost all the time. March 1, we had a storm predicted. You all heard about it. We moved cars. We thought we were going to have hail. The preparation of that storm is very similar to one that has a lot of impact. So I'm going to recognize Roy to tell you how we prepared for that event.
Thank you, Mrs. Rhodes. Good afternoon, Commissioners. On March 13, 1993, we were surprised. The blizzard, as we all remember it, is something that we'll never forget. From that time on, we have been working hard to improve our process and refine the way we do things. The ongoing training, preparation, and planning. The main thing is to maintain that readiness at all times to respond to those unexpected events is key. We don't always get those events warnings, so we always got to be ready to respond. Now we are utilizing employees across our organization in non-traditional roles. For instance, someone from accounting could be part of our logistics during the storm event. We're training and preparing these employees through training sessions and simulating outage events through tabletop exercises. The top photo here is the training sessions from earlier this year. Several employees from every department participated in this training. The bottom here is the tabletop exercise, working through an outage event, helping employees to understand the responsibility that they will have during an event. Key component to not being surprised again is weather awareness. Although we monitor several resources, the National Weather Service is our primary resource. With updates and advance warnings when are available. The threat level is something that changes as the weather changes. It's an operations center, we always say, we've got to keep our eye on the storm. That helps us to prepare, it helps us to create our preparation. Every storm has its own profile. The timing, the type, the duration, the magnitude, all these things help us estimate the possible impact that it's going to have on our system. In preparation and response. In preparation, we communicate to the organization. We start preparing our incident command structure, our ICS. In response, we activate our ICS as needed. Our ICS is part of our emergency response. One of their main functions is to manage people and resources. That takes that off of the operations center so the operators can be focused more on restoration. The media. It is important that the public, our customers, know that we are prepared and we are responding. In preparation, determine the resources that's going to be needed during an event is very important. And ask ourselves the question, will we be needing off-system crews? If so, we need to be requesting those crews early, because if we're needing them, other utilities around us are needing them as well. And monitor the storm impact on other utilities, Memphis, Nashville, Chattanooga. Seeing the impact that they're experiencing or just experienced helps us to do planning and be more prepared. And lastly, crews. If we think that event is going to be widespread, we need to stage our crews and resources throughout our service area. That has proven valuable many times. Okay, as Ms. Rose said, March 1st, 4 days in advance, the National Weather Service started predicting severe weather for our area, predicting winds of 70 to 80 miles an hour. According to Sam Roberts, this is one we need to watch. So we started prepping, we started preparing. 70 to 80 mile an hour winds, that's a multiple day event. So we started communicating, we started planning, we started prepping. We activated our ICS at 10 a.m. on March 1st. We had our first media release at 9:15 a.m. We staged our crews and resources throughout our service area, and we did request for all system crews. Fortunately, the more severe weather stayed either north or south, having less impact to our system. 4,722 customers were impacted. We released our ICS at 5:30 p.m. on March 1st. I also included a photo of the staff, the ICS staff that was used during this event. Again, some of these employees are in those non-traditional roles. Also included a photo that was on the front page of the Knoxville News Sentinel, taken by Michael Patrick. These are KUB crews responding during this event in the Holston Hills area. Second event, March 11th, this past Saturday. 3 days in advance, the National Weather Service started predicting significant snowfall for our area. According to George Matthews, 6 inches or more. So we started communicating, planning, prepping. We had a media interview on Friday afternoon, right before Saturday. Fortunately, most of the heavier snow stayed north, so we had no impact to our system. But we planned, we prepared, and we were ready to respond. And in closing, I'd like to add that one of the things, to make sure that we are not surprised again, we maintain weather awareness. We maintain a level of readiness 24/7 in support and not to be surprised again. Question?
Is your ICS training, is that based on NIMS or MIMS?
Yes.
Is that-
Yeah.
Yes.
And so they go through the certification process?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah, in the previous
It's not
slide.
very strenuous because I've been certified. I'm teasing, it is.
No, see, in the previous life, I was one of those people where I was in West Palm Beach, Florida, and when we had Katrina, Wilma, Jean, Francis, and Charlie, 5 hurricanes, when they activated the Emergency Operations Center, I got my stuff and I went to go home, and they were like, "No, you're part of this team." So we were to call the Emergency Operations Center. You got me. That's not a good thing. But good work. Thank you so much.
All right, is there any other business or comments from commissioners? Anyone else? All right, to remind the board that next month's meeting will begin at 9 a.m. Following the conclusion of the business meeting, we'll begin the financial plan presentations. The meeting will conclude around noon, and lunch will be provided. Following the adjournment of this meeting, board and staff will have a lunch session across the hall that is open to the public. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.